Hi there, I'm Dr. Maria Rothenberger from the Miracles Happen Fertility Center, and this is the Oracle reading for September 2022. I do one of these once a month, and so please hit subscribe and like if you love the content of this video. And if you want to make sure that you get these videos every month, you can sign up for my newsletter at drmariarothenberger.com, and I will send you the newsletter and also these videos once a month. This month's oracle reading is done using the Starseed Oracle. And you can see just by looking at it that it's got a much softer tone than last month, August 2022, and I did a tarot reading. If you happen to catch that, wow, it was pretty intense from both sides. So like really positive, amazing things were great, and then like, ooh, not so great things, lots of change. All of it was change though. All of it was change. This month, it's a lot softer energy, and there's still some change going on, but it's almost like it feels familiar, all this change. That's what it's like this month. So pulling from this deck for you today. Now, as always, here's the process. You just take a deep breath. And when I say number 1, 2, or 3, which number stands out to you? That is your card. And you can either head below and look at the timestamp and go right to your card, or watch the whole thing, or skip to the blooper section because that's probably the most entertaining anyway. All right. So let's get started. If you chose card number 1 this month, you have chosen Whale and Orca Elders. And you can see the words at the very bottom are share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. This card is all about being your authentic self. In the fertility world, I like to call what we put forward as our fertility mask, or infertility mask, as it were. It is the face that we put forward that all is well. I got it all. It's fine. I'm not dying inside. No, not at all. When you are. This card is telling you for the month of September, it is time to live your authentic true self. And that could be this whole diving deep thing too, like really bringing out the shadow work. So you see how this is still like some transition and hard stuff, but it's a much softer tone. Shadow work, by the way, is looking at the darkness inside you or the hard things inside you, really looking at it and processing it, giving it a hug and allowing it to be present, because it always makes the light brighter in your life. Being your authentic self can often be quite dark. I remember in my own fertility journey how dark it was, which you can read all about here in Transcending Infertility. Yay, on Amazon. #1 Amazon bestseller. All right, so this month, share your song. This means expressing your true authentic self. And you can literally do this with like words or voice, singing, artwork, playing instruments, just writing in a journal and keeping it private for yourself. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you acknowledge what's happening within you and being authentic with it, as opposed to hiding behind the mask. All right. If you are card number 2, you have gotten You Got the Love. You got the love. Now, you can read the words on the bottom. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Okay, so what this card is talking about in general is creating boundaries with relationships. Now, this can be a romantic partner, this can be a boss, a coworker, a friend. In the fertility world, there are lots of boundaries needed, especially when you want to say no, but you actually say yes because you kind of feel obligated. Like your best friend says, hey, will you plan my baby shower? That's between a rock and a hard place, isn't it? Some people feel completely fine, but I would not have. I would have been like freaking out. This card is saying for the month of September, it is time to create some beautiful boundaries, to let people take care of their own shit while you take care of your own shit. And even more so with this card for you, I feel like there might be some boundary setting within yourself even. Does that sound weird? When you recognize a limit, like, ooh, that does not feel right, honor it. Honor it instead of saying yes to planning that baby shower. Actually, I don't think I have the bandwidth for that. I'm so sorry. You don't even have to fix it. You don't even have to say, hey, can so-and-so do it? Do you have anybody else? You don't have to fix a thing. Just honor your own boundary. It's time to do that in September. You could see how this is really related to card number 1 too. If you listen to card number 1, where we talked about being your authentic self, this is very similar, but I think there's an added piece here where you really need to express some self-love and some self-compassion. Really great website for that if you really want to dive deep. Speaking of dive deep, from card number 1 into self-compassion is Kristen Neff's selfcompassion.org. If you want a clear program, I actually have a year-long free program on this channel right here, all about self-compassion. It's 1 exercise per week. Completely recommend doing that. Obviously, it's totally free. Again, what's free in the fertility world? Take it. This card is telling you you've got to start practicing some self-compassion and listening to your own boundaries. Okay. If you are card number 3, you got We the Hathors. And the words down below say deep love, mother's milk, and birth as a portal. Okay, this card is still about change. If you picked card number, I think it was card number 3 in August, there was big, mind-blowing, like crazy, chaotic change. This card is still about change, but the difference is it's a reminder that you are not alone. The theme of birth and mother's milk, this is all about transition, new things on the horizon, and not feeling like a reminder that you are not alone in this transition and these new things, this new adventure, this transition, this change. You feel sometimes potentially like you are alone. This is a big reminder you are not. On a metaphysical level, this card is reminding you, call on your angels, call on your spirit guides, call on your ancestors to support you through this. Literally, here's an example. My car was having issues. This was a long time ago, like last year sometime, and I called on an angel to get me to the mechanic. That's literally what you can do in this world. On the physical plane, in this world, call on your friends, call on your partner, call on your family to support you through what you're going through. So this is a huge reminder that you're part of a team. It's not just you. You don't have to do this by yourself, even though this, especially in the fertility world, can be very isolating. Please call on your support. If you don't feel like you can call on support in the physical realm, please do lean on the folks on the other side. They're there for you. All right. I hope that this reading has been useful for you for September 2022, and I'd love to hear about your experience. Was this right on? Was this way off? It doesn't matter to me. Please just give me the feedback. Write a comment below and tell me what you think. And because you have stayed until the end of this video, you have a bonus, my friend. I am starting a new free Miracles Happen community beginning very shortly, but I'm going to give you the link heads up. It is absolutely free, miracleshappencommunity.com. Just go over there, request to join. You'll be asked like a question or 2 about joining, and it's just starting. So it's just opening up for folks like you who are spiritually minded, but also looking to address issues of mind, body, fertility. I like to say fertility skills for the rest of your life, because fertility is all about creation. So I talk about having a fertile life. That's what that support community is going to be all about. Come check it out, and I will see you there. If not interested, totally okay. Not your thing. I just like to be off social media, so that's why I'm doing this. Head over to drmariarothenberger.com, sign up for my newsletter to just get updates and information around all that. And I will also see you next month in October for the next tarot or oracle reading. Take care. Hi there, I'm Dr. Maria Rother. Right off the bat. What can I say? I am often a screw up. Own it. Own your screwed ups, man. I know it's weird, but I like weird. I embrace weird. Embrace your weird. In fact, I have a weird, irrational fear of humpback whales. Like, where does that come from? I don't see humpback whales every day in my waking life, do you? I tracked it back to a past life when I died at sea and saw a humpback whale. How crazy is that? Yeah? Okay, it's helped alleviate the phobia just a little bit, or the fear a little bit, but I still have this visceral reaction, like on this card with the whales, the humpback whale specifically. I'm like, I have this response. It's gotten better. But if you have a block, or you feel like you have a block, you have symptoms that can't be explained, you've tried everything to like help them, either psychological or emotional or physically, maybe you feel like you have a block to pregnancy or carrying to term or whatever, please consider past life regression. It's absolutely amazing. It's under the umbrella of Miracles Happen for sure. It creates a lot of change for people, not just physically, not just emotionally, but physically too. It's fantastic. Lots of research. I encourage you to check it out. And if you want to do a session, I'm here, drmariarothenberger.com, or you can email me at info@drmariarothenberger.com for more info. Meanwhile, I'll be over here turning the whale card, flipping it over so I don't have to look at it.